So not many people are very happy with the game, but me, myself, and many others are playing the game and it's superb. But one of those people right now are the developers of the game. And Cyberpunk game maker faces hostile staff after failed launch. What is up, guys? Today, coming to a brand new video, and today let's talk about Cyberpunk 2077 and its staff not being too happy. So if you like my content, make sure to subscribe to the channel, give it a like, subscribe. It helps the channel, and please let's go to 400 subscribers. So this article is coming from Bloomberg, written by Jason Schreider, and it states Cyberpunk game maker faces hostile staff after failed launch. Rebellion is in the air at Polish video game publisher CD Projekt Red SA after the company's highly anticipated and 3 delayed latest title was released to scathing reviews about glitches. Frustrated and angry, staff are questioned as the board during the internal video meeting Thursday that opened with management apologizing for Cyberpunk 2077 disastrous launch. According to 2 people who were present, it was a fitting atmosphere for a company whose slogan plastered in a poster all around at Warsaw office: "We are rebels." So this is real interesting surrounding it, because CD Projekt Red always have been a very good company when it comes to their developers and the consumer. And right now, Cyberpunk launch and some very bad decisions have upped that the image of the company. It's not so great right now. Jason Schreider always have talked that Cyberpunk 2077 was suffering from crunch due to the high demand, and many people, it's crunch like Naughty Dog. Like, many people were not really good, but if the pay is good and people are offering the crunch time, so it's a mini problem. Developer asked blunt questions about the company's reputation, the game unrealistic deadlines, and the relentless overtime in the months and years leading up to the game December 10 releases. The meeting took place before Sony Corp's shocking announcement that it was pulling Cyberpunk 2077 from the PlayStation Store and will offer full refunds to any customer who has requested one. During the staff meeting, CD Projekt Red directors said they had to come to an arrangement with Sony but didn't offer specifics. In a Twitter post on Friday, the company said that following discussion with PlayStation, a decision was made temporarily to suspend the digital distribution of the game. A CD Projekt spokesman said that the company will come in internal meeting discussions. Cyberpunk 2077 is one of the biggest games of the year and has been financial success, selling more than 8 million pre-orders and notching sales record for PC. But players have found that the game full of bugs, particularly on the last generation PS4 and Xbox consoles, sending CD Projekt Red shares plummeting and leading fans to a critic to describe Cyberpunk 2077 as unfinished. CD Projekt stock fell 12% in Warsaw Friday, punctuating a steady decline this month that has wiped out gains for the year. Oh, Jesus Christ, this is bad, okay? I understand that many people are not happy with the game, and I understand that the last generation consoles are not playable. And like I said in my last video, I understand that CD Projekt Red it's at fault, and not only the developers are at fault right here, they're innocent in some fact. This is coming for the top CD Projekt Red makers, like the shareholders that had the decision to delay the game to really put out how the game works. Remember, Cyberpunk 2077 is a big project. It's an amazing game. I'm having fun to it. But the game, if it wasn't finished, you can launch this game in February. There's no problem with that. I understand you have the game launching on April 2020, then to September, then to the November, and then to December for delays. But the game was so hyped, so hype unrealistic. That is one of the faults, I think, in my opinion, that the hype was so unrealistic. Okay, we have seen so many games hype before. Anthem, Fallout 76, Fallout 4, you name the developers who doesn't have so much hype and always has been disappointed. But the game in some particularly has been very well received on PC, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, but you're running on a PS4 code, so it's very different, okay? During Cyberpunk 2077 development, staff endured multiple periods of extensive overtime, including mandatory 6-day weeks to finish the game. Bloomberg has reported, when asked about this crunch time in the QA, that directors say that they have planned to improve the production practices in the future, but they didn't elaborate. According to one person who was there, One employee asked the board why they had said in January that the game was complete and playable when it wasn't true, to which the board answered that it was take responsibility on another developer to ask whether CD Projekt Red director felt it was hypocritical to make a game about corporate exploitation while expecting that the employees work overtime. The response was vague and non-comical. Many industry observer has wondered why Cyberpunk 2077, which was first announced in 2012 and was delayed 3 times in 2020, still appears to be unfinished. Several current and former staff who work in Cyberpunk 2077 has all said the same thing. The game's deadlines set by the board of directors were always unrealistic, and it was clear to many of the developers that they needed more time. And that is why always I have been saying, this is not the fault of the guy who was director, the guy making the engine. No, this is all the fault of the board of directors, that the people who make business decisions. Okay? I always say that Cyberpunk 2077 should have been delayed for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and it will sell on the long run. It will sell. Just look how The Witcher is working right now. Witcher, it has been 5 years and it's still selling like hotcakes because it did make a great image. Cyberpunk 2077, on the other hand, the great is great. It's amazing. It has some bugs. It's sometimes breaking, but it has bad image because bugs doesn't let people play the game. Let's gonna be honest. And last console right now, there's an update, but before the update, it was running like what, 12, 15 FPS. Right now, it's currently running between 25 and 27 FPS right now. So the game is kind of playable in the last console right now, via hotfix. I think it's the hotfix 102. I think it's right. I don't care. So this is why I was saying, this is not the fault from the director of the game, the developers of so far, the software engineers. This is the fault of board directors, the guys making the business decisions. And I'm really sad that some bad decisions, and I said it on my last video. I will leave the link down below. That is Dear Cyberpunk. And when I go out and tell you how I feel about the game and how I feel about the game. By the way, guys, before I finish the video, the link will be down below so you can go see it. This is coming from an article from Jason Schreier and Bloomberg, so you can go read it. It's a great article. But to finish the video, I always say that Cyberpunk 2077 launch was a success, but the game is green and it can recover. But bad decisions led to this, okay? If the game wasn't finished, and the game was finished into whole completion, open world was all finished, quest and everything like that, start to end was finished, what about the bugs? You need to fix the bugs. And right now, you're paying the toll. So learn your bullshit, CD Projekt Red. And that is for you, directors. Learn your bullshit. So comment below what you think about the video. Comment below. Let me know. Do you buy Cyberpunk? Do you get a refund? And please subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you next time on the next Rating Guy Show. Peace.